when compared to business firms, we say that, well, terrorist organizations actually choose the environments, so they're quite first rational actors. Al-Qaeda is now employing franchise strategy. Now, franchise is different from brand, for instance, because it has centralization of operations. Now, for instance, in 2006, an Algerian terrorist organization, Salafist Group for Preaching and Fighting, they actually pledged allegiance to Al-Qaeda, and they became Al-Qaeda in Islamic Maghreb.
What's the point of that? Why would they do that?
Well, what I say is that the major point is they wanted to survive, because they were depleted in numbers, they didn't have enough members, and they say that, well, we're becoming a franchise of Al-Qaeda.
And what's in it for Al-Qaeda?
Al-Qaeda doesn't have to do anything. So it just gives the brand name, and the new group accepts, let's say, aims of Al-Qaeda, right? Against West, right? Against the United States. So the new group says, well, we're now not only for the creation of Sharia law in Algeria, but we're actually in for against the United States. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to attack Western targets. Right now we can see the competition between al-Qaeda and Islamic State. For instance, when Islamic State started, this major beheading campaign. After that, there was news coming that al-Qaeda now said that to its operatives that, we're not going to do that. So it's actually not good for our reputation. So of course there is a competition for resources, competition for essentially recruits. We can see that the Boko Haram at some point after its leader was killed, right, Muhammad Yusuf, they started to be more leaning towards Al-Qaeda and Akim. Later on, in 2014-2015, they said that we're pledging our allegiance to Islamic State. So why is that, right? The difference is in sort of motivation, because Islamic State by that time already had territory. And so Boko Haram, they also wanted to create a sort of physical caliphate in Nigeria. Islamic State was on the rise, it was, let's say, popular, right, in Islamic Jihad. And so they choose that. But interestingly, right now, I think in August, Islamic State said, we're gonna change the leadership of Boko Haram. Interestingly, the previous leader said that, well, I'm not going. And he was made to go, and so they introduced someone new. And Islamic State now proclaimed that we're going to change our strategies. So probably once again, as a business company, they're thinking that our recruits are, we have lost a lot of territory due to airstrikes, etc. So we need also recruits, and Boko Haram has been losing ground. And so what they're now saying that we're not going to kill Muslims now in Nigeria. So they're now adapting, right? So the strategy of a business organization is to adapt to the local climate.